Good morning. My name is Dr. Partha Sarathi. Everyone calls me Dr. KP. I'm the ICU physician here at Haywood Hospital. I'm here with Mayor Nicholson, and we are here to provide you with a community update about our current COVID status. As you very well know, we are in the midst of a surge, and we have been dealing with this COVID surge for the past 3 months. Our cases are rising. Our numbers are rising really fast in the community, and our hospitalizations are also rising. Our community incidence is about 70 per 100,000, which is the highest it has ever been since the pandemic started. Our inpatient numbers are also really high, and our ICU is filled with COVID patients. We are obviously in a crisis mode right now, and this is mid-December, and Christmas is yet to come. I think we are still to see the worst of the cases yet, and that is why we are having this update here. We know what can prevent you from getting COVID, and the number one thing is getting vaccinated. The patients who get vaccinated, they have a significantly lower risk of requiring hospitalization and very low chance of dying from COVID. And that is really important for you and your loved ones. Just to give you statistics in terms of numbers, in the state of Massachusetts, close to 5 million people have been fully vaccinated, out of which only 1.8% of the patients have gotten COVID, and out of the 1.8%, only 0.01% have died. That is the best evidence to show that the vaccines work, they are safe, and you can trust them. Even in the hospital, just from taking care of these COVID patients, I can tell you, patients who are unvaccinated have a much significant course that is serious, critically ill, and typically have a prolonged recovery time compared to the patients who are vaccinated. So I implore you to get vaccinated to protect yourself and your loved ones.
And here in the city of Gardner too, we really are feeling the effects as a city on our own. Last week when we filmed this update with Wynn, I mentioned that Gardner had about 120, 130 active cases in the city. We're up to 246 now. And that's just in a week's time difference. Our positivity rate is 9.1%, and Westminster's, even next door, is up around 11.5%, which is the highest that we've seen in over a year. We really do want to stress to people that this is something that is still prevalent in the community, and just because the numbers dipped during the summertime does not mean that COVID went away. And these precautions that we took and learned the lessons from over the past 2 years really are important to continue to remember and to follow in terms of social distancing and wearing masks. This past week, the Board of Health voted to issue a formal mask advisory for the city, which means that they are highly suggesting that all residents, businesses, places in the city for indoor settings have mask wearing indoors. And it's the step that's there before a mandate happens. And we're trying to avoid going back to where we were at the beginning of March 2020. But if the numbers keep going up, things are going to have to keep happening in order to control that. So we're asking people to please take that personal responsibility, that community responsibility, especially now around the holidays. You don't want to be having to contact Dr. KP to FaceTime a loved one in the ICU on Christmas Day if you don't have to be. So we're asking you to take that step to make sure that you, your loved ones, those around you, your neighbors, stay safe, and we can try to combat this surge that we're seeing here in the city, because it is really getting bad, and we do want that to be the main point that's getting across, is we don't want it to get even worse when we already are wondering where the end is at this point.
And again, we know what helps prevent the spread of COVID. We know getting vaccinated helps you and your loved ones from getting COVID. It protects you from requiring hospitalizations. It prevents you from dying. That is the most important thing that we all want. We know that wearing high quality masks helps with limiting the spread of COVID. Social distancing is just as important. And I know it's been a long 2 years, and it is natural for us to be fatigued, but this is the time that we need to be extra vigilant and careful, and hopefully we can as a community get through this and come on to the other side of this.
So thank you very much. And if you have any questions on how to get a vaccine, you can contact your primary care doctors, any of the pharmacies in town. So you can even call my office and we'll help connect you with someone. But we want to make sure everyone knows how to get access to those vaccines too. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you, doctor, for letting me join you.
Thank you.